We traveled today to the Satara Rest Camp and experienced the different roads and wildlife along the way. We start in Satara Rest Camp and work our way up the H-12 to visit Shakwani, and then up the H-13 to Satara, with a few detours. As always, we're up early. We began the journey on the H-41 road right out of camp, searching the trees and underbrush for just one more leopard sighting on our way out of the area. What we found was this herd of buffalo. We thought it big, but we couldn't guess at that time what we'd see later. Here we go on to the H-12 and cross its bridge. And look out at the gorgeous view of the early morning sun over the Sabi River. Finally get to the promised H-2 road. And unexpectedly, we get our leopard. Our sightings so far had been mostly fleeting or obscure, but this cat was leisurely sauntering down the road in plain view. No, this one is. Oh, wow. Daniel got this action shot right at the perfect moment. Shakwani made a great toilet break and a beautiful place to stretch our legs. It was more empty at this time in the morning, but soon it began to fill up. Then we were on our way and ran into this. This is quite a few too.
That's a lot. Holy cow. Oh, there's one baby that's a lot lighter color than the rest.
There are 48,000 Cape buffalo in Kruger National Park, and this was a big chunk of them.
You got hundreds of, been sitting here for 5 minutes. Who knows how long they were crossing before. And they're still coming. There's no ends in sight. They keep coming out of the woodwork over there. I think we cut off these guys' route right here. They get frustrated. They're going to ram us. crazy how many just keep coming. Yeah, I kept thinking they would end soon, but I don't think so. Crazy.
Commonly, the buffalo herds range between 300 to 400 individuals, but they can reach as high as 3,000. The main body of the herds are made up of related females and their calves. This core is surrounded by subherds of subordinate males and dominant males and females and the old and invalid. On dirt roads or in river bottoms, we saw the buffalo cross in more of a mass, but in paved roads they seemed to cross in a more single file.
It had to be 300 or 400 at
yeah.
least, or more. Because I counted 60 just in one little section here.
In the dry season, the males leave the herd and form bachelor groups. In their spring, they return to the herd.
Yeah, just when you think it's over,
You see more.
some more come. Look at this guy.
Eventually, older bulls don't return, and they form small groups or stay by themselves for the rest of their lives. These are known as Dagoboys, which means mud-covered. We saw them enjoying life, rolling in the mud, and not having to travel and follow the herds. They are the most dangerous and give the Cape buffalo their reputation.
Yeah, that's a lot of beef. Alright, looks like it's coming to an end here. I don't know. Yeah, it's still coming out of the woodwork, but it's definitely thinned out now. That was a lot of buffalo.
Yeah, like you said, we don't even know how long it was before we got here.
Yeah, it was midstream, man. Who knows how many more. Yeah, looks like that's it. Couple of stragglers coming through, but
I don't know just how long our part of the herd crossing was, but it was impressive. But finally, it came to an end. And then we were off and took our detour on the S-125 to hook up with our friend the S-36 heading north. S-125, here we come. The S-125 runs along the seasonal Enwatchwintanzo River.
Leopard in a tree staring at us face to face. First we wanted to see a leopard, then we saw 3 leopards. Didn't get a picture of the best one, so we needed one more. Now we're not satisfied with 4.
Along the bank there are huge jackalberry and sausage trees and sycamore fig. Here's a weird tree. We found 12 giraffes loitering on the road. You never appreciate the size of these giants until you're close up to them. These creatures can get up to 18 feet, but they seem taller. They never seemed aggressive, but they often stood their ground on the roads. And since their kick had the impact of 2,000 pounds of force per square inch, we didn't rush them. Then we hook up on the S36 road. This is the S145 turnoff, which leads to the Talamati Bush Camp, among other things. But we keep going north. A refreshing glimpse of water at the Shimengwaneni Reservoir. This hippo looks more like a wonderful lake monster here. But we need to keep going. Here's the turnoff to the Muzandenzi picnic spot. The employee housing, and then comes the picnic spot. Like our first time here, the picnic spot had quite a few people, but it still didn't feel crowded. We took our toilet break, relaxed a bit, and then we were off and out to the S36 again. The turnoff to the S126. The S26, also known as the Sweni Road, runs along and sometimes right on the edge of the Sweni River.
I wonder if this was a controlled burn or something got out of hand. It definitely looks like he killed the trees here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can still smell it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We didn't drive this. We never did learn if this was a controlled burn or a wildfire.
Burned on one side, and on the other.
We had good luck at the Velverdient waterhole. Velverdient means more or less well-deserved, which I assume is talking about water after a long, thirsty day. We found this elephant bull hanging out with these Daga boys here at the waterhole. Then onto the open road. Until we run into this zebra. Then we made it back to the H-13, and our detour was over. Back to the scrub savanna until we got near the Nwenetsi River and its trees. And then finally we reach our goal, Satara Rest Camp, and the beginning of our new adventures.